Look at the glory there. That is some beautiful coffee. Well, the coffee's flowing and it's time to get going. Hey, welcome back to Questions Over Coffee. My name's Kevin Smith. It's good to see you again. Want a cup of coffee? Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss anything that's coming up on Questions Over Coffee. If you have a comment or a question, leave it in the section below. We'll get to it just as fast as we can. Today's question comes from Captain Chaos 1311. Captain Chaos writes, "Hello, is there anything wrong with video games? I am quite young and I play a lot of games and my time could definitely be better spent. But the problem is I enjoy it a lot and keep coming back. Thanks." Captain Chaos, I will tell you that this is a good question that extends well past just video games. Time management is something everyone will deal with through their lives many times, sometimes many times a day, just trying to fit everything in a schedule and prioritize. And I will tell you that it is a task that, or should I say a skill that the earlier you learn it, generally the better you're going to do and the easier it is to learn it because you form a good habit. But as far as your question goes, is there anything wrong with video games? No, there's nothing wrong with video games. I will tell you that I like to play myself. I'm a big Madden fan. I am currently working on last year's Madden. I also like to play some RPG games, working on Baldur's Gate 3 and some other things as well. So yes, video games can be a really good source to escape, and to just kind of unwind from a really busy day. But you bring up a good point. The fact that sometimes it's hard to set some limits, let's say. The Bible teaches that moderation is the key, not just to video games, but to life in general. Paul mentions in 1 Corinthians 6 that all things are permissible or lawful, but I will not be mastered by anything, is what he says. And then Peter, in 1 Peter chapter 1, 13 through 16 says this. Let's read this together. "Therefore, prepare your minds for action. Keep sober in spirit. Fix your hope completely on the grace to be brought to you at the revelation of Jesus Christ. As obedient children, do not be conformed to the former lusts, which were yours in ignorance. But like the Holy One who called you, be holy yourselves, also in all your behavior, because it is written, 'You shall be holy, for I am holy.'" Now, you might be wondering, what does that have to do with anything? It has to do with a lot, actually. Being sober in spirit, or the in spirit, is actually supplied for readability. But being sober is more than just not getting wasted, more than just not getting sloshed, things like that. It's being able to think clearly, to plan if planning is necessary, to know what's going on around you, to be aware. And, Peter says this a number of times in 1 Peter. The very end of the book, chapter 5, he mentions, that the devil is like a prowling lion looking for prey to devour. And he says, be sober, because otherwise you're going to get it, basically. But that's easier said than done. So what can we do for something like this, where we enjoy playing, but we need to set some guidelines for it? Well, let me give you three things, let's say. Number one is people trump electronics. They do. So if someone comes over, um, don't be stuck on the phone, playing games or whatever, or an iPad or a console, whatever the case is. Spend some time with that person. Unless, of course, they didn't come to see you. It doesn't matter, necessarily. The second thing I would tell you is kind of twofold in a sense. Either try to set a time period, like let's say I will play video games from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. or something like that, just shooting in the dark there. Or set a time period. I'm only going to play 2 hours a day. And that way it'll free you up for the other things that you mentioned. You mentioned that your time could definitely be better spent. And, absolutely, that is something that is a very good observation. So set a time period or set a time limit. Now, the struggle with that is going to be sticking to it. But at the same time, if you're able to make yourself stick to it, I think what you will find is that by limiting your time, you'll actually enjoy it a little more. You'll give yourself a break, get some more things done, like you said, but it won't feel so much like a task after a while. I've got to play. But instead, it's be like, hey, it's playtime, let's play, kind of thing. Or at least that was the reaction I ended up having. I used to play quite a bit. A buddy and I would play 4, 5, 6 hours at a time, and it was, after a while, it was too much. But limiting the time, I actually enjoy it now when I do get a chance to play. The third thing I would say is based on your comment that you certainly could have spent time better. Earn the playing time. Earn the playing time. I'm going to go and help my neighbor with their yard, and I'll earn an hour. I'll earn 30 minutes worth. I'm going to make sure my homework's done. You said you were young. I assume you're still in school. Make sure all my homework's done. And once it is, I'll play for 30 minutes. Or something after the chores are done. Things like that. Earn the playing time. And by doing so, you get those things done that you want or need to get done. And you get some playing time as well. It's a win-win in many ways. So I have a question for you. What can we do to achieve moderation in our lives instead of being too strict with ourselves or being too free to do whatever we feel like doing? Leave me a comment in the section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss anything that's coming up on Questions Over Coffee. Thank you for our time together today. I look forward to the next time. Keep pressing forward.